Hey, yo, Shalom Israel. Y'all already know who it is, what it do. You understand? Captain K, the Goggle Bar of the ISUPK, and this is another special, all right? Another edition of STATL Connect. You understand? Going live all the way. Oh, no, 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 no. Let me fix that. Marshall coined it and said, we bridging the gap all the way from St. Louis to Atlanta. You know what I mean? And today we're going to be talking about Black history, right? America's Black history and true Black history, okay? Because it's two different things. Really, what they claim this month is the month of February, the shortest month of the year. Well, we can hurry up, get this over with. You understand? If they'd have had another month, 2 days, that would have been Black History Month. You understand? They would have said, okay, here's y'all month right here, these 2 days. Take it. And we're supposed to be celebrating blackness, right? Now, we know that we are great and that we invented everything. We created everything, you know. And this is the month that when we're supposed to get the credit for doing so. When we turn around and we say, you know what, Black History Month, let's celebrate. You know, we did it. We invented the peanut. That's all I used to hear when I was coming up as a kid. It was George Washington Carver. It was the peanut. He actually invented so much. That dude, he has over. I want to get the number right. I believe he has over 120 inventions. He invented, I think, was it motor oil? Something, man. This dude, I gotta look that up. I gotta look that up real quick. Hold on, Salaki, everybody. I got to see exactly what this dude invented because it was. I looked it up, and the list was long as hell. You
Cap, can you
understand?
hear me,
And
Cap?
the brother, I can hear you out.
How the sound? All right, it's pretty good.
You a little low.
All right, I'm turn it up. All right, is that better?
Say something else.
Is that better, Cap?
Yeah, that's 12.
Come on, sir.
Yep. Yeah, look that up for me real quick. George Washington Carver. How many inventions did he have? And then call off a couple of them.
All
Cause
right,
that dude. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go back into my spiel until you find that.
Okay.
That brother, like I said, he invented a lot of things, and the brother gonna get the list for me real quick. We also have so many of our people throughout history that invented, and like I said, every single thing. Everything that you see in the hospital. You know, that you use to save your life. You know what I'm saying? Our people invented. NASA is so great getting in space because of who? The black woman and her invention and her contribution to NASA and the space program. You know, so I can just go on and on and on about all these inventions. But since I have pulled him, because like I said, that I remember hearing that as a kid. George Washington Carver, he invented the peanut butter. You know what I'm saying? And when I looked him up, he actually invented way more than just peanut butter. So, but this is the month that they give us to where they say, okay, you all, this is your month, okay? Celebrate. When we actually have nothing to celebrate for real, we have nothing to be happy about. You know, when you turn around and you look at all of the things that we invented and all of the freedom fighters and marches and protests and all this stuff, and you look at that and you weigh out the pros and the cons, you're gonna say, nah, I don't think that this month is such a great month at all. Because we're celebrating white history. Who owns all of the patents? on everything. You find that out.
Yeah, I got. Let me make it bigger real quick, sir. Hold on, just a second.
Turn around and find out who owns everything, who has the patent and the copyright on everything. Like, who gets the money from everything? You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna find out it's all oppressive. You know. So, like I said, go ahead and tell me how many inventions he has.
All right, he got a lot, but hold on, sir. This computer is not
Yeah, I
acting
know
right.
he do.
It ain't acting right. Hold on just a second. He got adhesives. He got axle
See,
grease.
hold on one second. See if it's a number. It should be the number. Type in how many inventions did George Washington Carver invent. It should give you the total. Cause mine gave me the total, then it listed everything.
Okay.
First, I want the total first.
It's saying more than 300. Let me go in the article real quick. That's a lot.
I said 120.
Nah, it's like
Check
300
that to make
products.
sure. Check that to
Yeah,
make sure.
I'm looking at it right now. It say hold on, let me get into the biography. Yeah. It said George Washington Carver was a black scientist and inventor famous for his work with the peanut. He invented more than 300 products involving the crop and lean. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull a list.
Good night.
Yeah,
Look,
boy.
I shorted the brother.
Yeah, shout out to brother, man.
Good night. Over 300. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's
And
wild.
guess who's getting paid off all of them? Not
Uh,
him and his descendants.
you already know, Cal. Let me go back to that list I had. I can't. One second, sir.
Yeah, now give me a list of some of those things. Cause
It
I
was
know he
recent.
did something with some oil too. I can't remember if he invented the oil or something, but motor oil, something like that.
He got adhesives, antiseptic, axle grease, baby
Okay,
cream.
that might be it. That axle grease. Cause I said
Yeah,
motor
nah, he got
oil.
one.
He got some for oil too.
Yeah, it's oil and gasoline. That's what it say. Oil and gasoline.
Mm, okay.
Yeah. He got
Good night.
molasses feed. What's this? Face powder, flavoring place, flour, fuel briquettes, glycerin, hand lotion, ink. I'm just running.
Mm-mm. Good night. Hell no.
I'm just on the second line. Let me see what else he got. He got
Yeah, no.
paints, paper. Uh,
Mm.
was that nitroglycerin? Uh, peanut butter on there. Peanut butter candy bars. Peanut butter.
Look, now you know our people cold.
Yeah,
You
he
can go
go.
from creating. You ain't got like one lane. You know what I
Nah,
mean? To where you creating in one lane. He all over the place. Glycerin, gas, oil,
I'm
peanut
just
butter. You know what I'm saying? All
all
kind of stuff, man.
peanut butter oil, pomade and
Good
sap.
night.
That's
Then,
that
then
thick
you say
mercury.
then you say
Thick
paint,
mercury. Yeah, con paint.
paint. Come on, like come on. So the point is, like I said, that's what they want you to celebrate. You know what I mean? Is that part, okay? And how you made America so great. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that they want you to celebrate. But what we gonna do is we not bringing up all of that good stuff. We know we great.
Right.
We know we invented everything. Look, they even tried to give the white boy, the fade. What's his name? What's the basketball player name?
That beat the play for the Chiefs. What's his name? Damn. Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce.
Yeah, they tried to give him the fade. They said, nope, nope, not you guys. We're gonna give it to him. And he gets the fade. But look, he doubled back and said he don't want the credit for it. He know better because the ISUPK and the internet started dragging him. Started dragging him. He said, "Nope, I'm out of this."
Yeah, we've been wearing fades that whole life, Kel.
Uh huh.
Yep. He had a nice looking woman too. I don't know what, man. Shit. She don't need to be.
You say you got a what?
I said he had a nice looking sister, man. I'm glad he got. I'm glad they broke that off.
Heck no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see what our people see in the other side anyway. Yep. But I'm gonna let me see. Start reading this article real quick.
We're gonna jump into this heavy chapter.
Yeah, because first we're gonna read the America's history, and then we're gonna read some true history real quick. So I'm gonna try to make this one quick, so you can go ahead and do your thing on that one. Hold on, bear with me 1 second. 1 second. Let me send out this. Let me see. One second, bear with me.
Good to go, sir. Yep. Cap is gonna be a heavy one. We're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this real black. We'll get into this real black history now.
Absolutely.
Then they want to steal all our inventions.
Oh, go ahead.
I was like, nah. Then they want to steal all our inventions like we ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You know how that go. Okay, let me start this one real quick. It says in 1870, a black woman sued her enslaver for reparations and won. Now check this out. Now it says Henrietta Wood was born into slavery to the Tusi family. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Tusi family in Kentucky between 1818 and 1820. About a decade later, she was sold for $700 to a merchant. Now you know that's kind of common. Yeah, even my grandfather, I said she was born between 1818 and 1820.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather, he didn't even know the actual date when he was born. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know how the slavery that our people endured and the aftermath of it, the after effect of the slavery, is still getting us to this day. You know. So like I said, my grandfather, he was born down in Mississippi, come from a family of slaves, and was just short of a whips and chains slave himself. You know, born in I forgot what year he was born in, 19. Oh man, I gotta ask my auntie, but I think it was 20 or the teens. One of them.
My Papa John, he was born in 1919. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. It says Henry Forsyth. Oh, I'm sorry. About a decade later, she was sold for $700 to a merchant, Henry Forsyth, in Louisville. According to some reports, the Louisville merchant physically and mentally abused her. So you already know what hell this sister was going through, right? And it says for debt reasons, Wood was sold again as a teenager to a French immigrant, William Sirot, between 1835 and 1848 in New Orleans, where she worked as a housemaid. Mute your mic real quick, we getting some feedback. Mute
I'm
your mic
sorry.
till you ready to talk. All right, no sweat. Uh, let me see. When Sirot abandoned his family due to legal issues, his wife Jane moved back to Cincinnati, where she rented out Wood as a domestic servant. Now, this just sounds disgusting, man, and terrible. And this is the kind of stuff that people want us to forget of how our folks were treated. She just was rented out as a servant, as if she's, like a damn U-Haul truck or something. Some you just rent out a trailer. Some you know what I'm saying, a damn car. It's enterprise. That's what our people was looked at. They weren't looked at as humans. They weren't treated as humans. You know what I'm saying? Just she was rented out as a damn servant. This is disgusting and ridiculous. All right. Then it says, fearing debt collectors, James Thoreau declared Wood free at an Ohio courthouse in 1848. This legally meant Wood could work as a free black woman. And it says she remembered that period of her life as a sweet taste of liberty. That's what the sister called it when she got free. You know, a sweet taste of liberty. And I could only imagine, you know, how this sister felt. You know what I mean? Just being, considered free. Because, we weren't totally damn free. You know, we weren't totally free. But just her being considered free. I could only imagine how she felt, boy. Being abused. I'm sure it, like you said, physically. I'm sure that other thing was involved in that. You know, because them devils took and made it legal for them to harm our women in such a way. They made it legal for them to do that. You know, when the black woman would try to fight them off and say no, no, master, no, master, he would whip out a stack of papers and say, "Gal, I own you." You know what I mean? And force himself on the sister. Okay, and that's terrible. So I could just imagine how she felt when she got her walking papers, her freedom papers, right? But check this out. It says, but freedom was short lived. 5 years later, Zebulon Ward, a Kentuckian deputy sheriff whose Sorrow's daughter and son-in-law, Josephine and Robert White, hired to capture Wood in Kentucky, kidnapped her. Wood was once again enslaved illegally for 16 years through the Civil War. You know, now look at this. You know what I mean? Who this
Mhm.
woman was free, totally free.
Right.
And mute up real quick. I can still hear the feedback a little bit. Totally free, and then now she's captured again, and look at her. Look at her. She's a slave all over again. So I'm gonna read a little more. And it says, following Wood's return to Cincinnati in 1870, she sued Ward for 20,000 in damages and lost wages, estimating that her cost of labor was worth $500 for every year she was enslaved. Though she faced many hurdles, Wood ultimately won her case 8 years after filing the lawsuit. In 1878, an all-white jury voted in Wood's favor, a historic victory in the history of reparations. Okay, now this is the thing about this. Okay, she was free. This one was totally free, man. And to show you how evil our oppressors are, they sent and put a what we would call today a warrant out for her arrest. Right? She has a warrant for her arrest. They illegally captured this woman. show you that their laws don't mean anything to them. Whatever they want to do is how they go about it. Same way today. They have laws in this land where you are not supposed to unalive a person without reason. You understand? And I ain't talking about what you say is a reason. It has to be a reason within the law. Like a person was threatening your life. What's that? Stand your ground and all of that. You know what I mean? If a person was actually causing you some sort of harm and you had to defend yourself, and that's just the way that it went, then guess what? It is what it is. But in this case, in like almost all cases, our people just we just didn't stand a chance against these devils because they cared not. They cared not. You understand? So that's America's history right there. That's America's history. Now we finna get to some true history. To some true Black history because that ain't it. You understand? This ain't it. This ain't nothing to scream and shout about. You know, the sister spent 16 years plus another 8 fighting it. She spent 16 years more as a slave when she was free, and then 8 years fighting it. 24 years. You understand? Like, come on, man. Like, this is insane. But that's how they did us back then. That's how they did us. And that's how they doing us now. They doing us the same way today. It's just under different names, such as what's it, felon. You know what I'm saying? Felon. They don't put jobs out here intentionally because they know that when you do not have resources and money, people are going to resort to crime. And I hate that our people do it because you don't have to. If we came together, we could beat that. You understand? To where brothers and sisters, if you are felons now, guess what? You won't be a felon again, and then there won't be no felons behind you. We can fix all of that if we end up coming together, like what the Lord said in the Bible. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you rock with your half. I just wanted to bring that story out because, like I said, it's just crazy. How this sister so-called was left free, but then still got captured, and it was not a thing she could do about it. I'm sure she stuck them free man paper or free woman papers in them devil's face. They cared about that. They probably took that thing and tore it up. They probably took that, tore it up, balled it up, started chewing on it. You know how the devils do. They try to show you that they tough, and they'll take it and eat it. Take a can and bite it and all. You know what I'm saying? They do all that to try to show you that they tough. You know.
All that
So he probably
weirdo
took
stuff.
that paper and started chewing on that thing. You know what I'm saying? And this
Mm,
sister spent another 16 years of her life getting used and abused by these devils
mm.
till finally she got released. You understand? After, what was that? That's 24 years.
24 years.
24
Crazy.
years. It took her 24 total years. 16 plus 8. 16 plus 8. 24 years later. When she's supposed to have been 24 years free.
Right.
So go ahead, Doc. You got it.
All right, common concept, the water. That was a heavy article, which it actually goes right into the one I got, goes right into it. I'm pull this different scripture first, and then I'm gonna get into it. So one thing we got to do, man, as Black people, we got to turn around and get captured again, man. Now she spent more years than she did. So I'm going to the scripture real quick, Deuteronomy 32:7. You know what I'm saying? It says, remember the old day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, remember the days of old. Man, you got to remember those days of old, man. You got to remember. You have to remember what these people has done to us, man. They enslaved us. Made us Christians. They turned us into Christians. Worshiping Christianity. Now you celebrating all the holidays you're not supposed to. You're celebrating Halloween. You're celebrating Christmas. Celebrating Easter. You got Valentine's Day coming up, man. Those are not the days of the Lord, man. Those are not the days of the Lord. It says, then consider the years of many generations. You know what I'm saying? Remember what was done to us, and let our kids know throughout our generations. We should let them know throughout our generations. It shouldn't be a thing to do, but we teaching them the wrong thing right now. We teaching them the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? Go to church, dress like this. You can dress like that. You can be a girl. You can be a boy. You can wear a skirt. Boys can wear skirts. Girls can put on high. Girls walking around like studs. You know what I'm saying? It's just a big mix up, because we're not remembering those days of old, man. What they did back in the Bible, it says, ask thy father. Ask thy father, and he will shew thee. If we remember those days of old, we would go back to our fathers. You know what I'm saying? And he would tell us, okay, yeah, we need to follow this law. We can't eat this. We can't celebrate this. We can't do that. But these people have taken all these things away from us. You know what I'm saying? And then it says, and he will shew thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. You know what I'm saying? Even the elders would be tell you. You go to your daddy, he might be busy out working at the slave. You can go to your grandma and your grandpa. They're gonna say, nah, baby, we don't do that. Nah, we ain't teach your daddy that. No, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And Cap brought out a heavy article, with that lady, that thing she had to go through, man. I'm gonna go into this Bible real quick, and we're gonna talk about a family. It was a family. You know what I'm saying? 7 brothers and their mother. And they went through hell because they remembered those days of old. You know what I'm saying? They would talk the laws, statutes, commandments. You know what I'm saying? Of the Most High. They knew these laws, man, and they went through hell for it. In the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 7 and verse 1, it came to pass also that 7 brethren with their mother were taken and compelled by the king of the law to taste swine flesh. They didn't want to eat stuff, so they came and took them and say, "Now y'all can eat this swine flesh. Y'all can obey me. I don't want to eat that pork chop, man. They don't want to eat." And they were tormented. They were tormented with scourges and whips. So they were beaten because I'm like, no, I'm not eating it. I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we. This right here, we wouldn't be Christians right now. This is how most people become Christians, because when that oppressor get on you and he tell you what to do, you can be like, oh yeah, okay, master, okay, yes sir, boss. Instead of standing your ground and saying like these seven brothers did. These 7 brothers said, nah, I'm cool, I ain't eating that. All right. So we're gonna go to 7 and 2. 7 and verse 2. And it says, but one of them that spoke over pork chop. These brothers said, we are ready to die. We ready to die over this pork chop. We ain't eating it. We not breaking the laws of the Most High, man. And it said, rather than to transgress the laws of our fathers. They remember those days are old. And that's what we need to do as a people, is remember. Then the king began to rage. He got mad. He got mad because he's like, why y'all ain't listening to me? You know what I'm saying? And commanded pans and cauldrons to be made hot. Well, when that oppressor get mad, boy, whew, that's a treacherous bastard right there, man. Verse 4. Which forthwith being heated, he commanded to cut out the tongue of him that spake first. So the one that said, look, man, I ain't doing it. And he said to cut off the utmost parts of his body. He wanted to cut off, he wanted to cut him from limb to limb. That's how your oppressor is, man. They want to cut your whole body up. They want to cut your whole body up. Just because you don't listen, they want to unalive you. They want to unalive you, man. The rest of the brethren and his mother just looking on. They looking like, hey, hey, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? We ain't breaking this law. Do what you got to do.
Real quick, Warrior.
Like it, sir.
And note that cut off the utmost parts of his body. That's talking about them dismembering him completely, cutting off everything: his arms, his legs, his rod, all of that.
Oh my!
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir. I got
So this is our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? And this story right here, I remember when this story got broken down to me when I first came into truth. Officer Ryan, that young man was an officer over me when I came into school. And he turned around and read this story to us when we were at the barracks in Philly. And I said, damn, this story was so cold to me. And I said, man, I got to be like them. That's how strong I want to be. You know what I'm saying? To where ain't nothing gonna turn around and make me want to disobey the Lord, you know, and break these laws. So, you know, like I said, you got to break all that down. They wanted this family and the mother to eat pork chops. You understand? Hog maws, pig feet, chitterlings, all of that. And they said, nope. The first one, he spoke up and he said, oh no. You understand? Not at all. That's strength right there. You know, that's strength. Go ahead, I'll keep rocking.
Count on verse 5, sir. Now, when he was thus maimed in all his members, okay, I got you right there. He commanded him, being yet alive, to be brought to the fire and to be fried in the pan. This devil is treacherous, man. You want to fry? You didn't cut up all his members. Now you want to fry like a damn cannibal, man. And as the vapor of the pan was for a good space dispersed, they exhorted one another with the mother to die manfully, saying thus. You know what I'm saying? But these brothers were strong, man. They was like, like, nah, we're gonna go through what we gotta go through. You know what I'm saying? Verse 6: the Lord look up upon us, and in truth hath comfort in us. So they're like, I got the Lord, man. Y'all, what you gonna do? As Moses in his song, which witness to their faces declared, saying, and he shall be comforted in his servants. So they like, we follow the Lord. He gonna be comforted with us, man. We gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be comforted. That means the Lord gonna see a happy thing when he see you doing something like this. You know what I'm saying? So don't be weak. Don't go eat no pig feet, hog maw, pork chop sandwiches. You got to stand on that when you go to your family house. You got to stand on it, man. You can't celebrate holidays and stuff like that. Be a homosexual. You got to stand up on those type of things, man. And damn sure don't be no Christian. Please don't run to that Christian church, man. God said a good thing when you stand your ground. He said he love it. Stand on your ground, man. You know what I'm saying? That puts a smile on the Lord's face. You know what I'm saying? Verse 7. So when the first was dead, after this number, they brought the second to make a mocking. You know what I'm saying? To make a mocking stop. So they want to make fun of him. He ain't gonna do it. He gonna eat this pork. He ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it. And he wasn't scared of it. You know what I'm saying? And when they pulled off the skin of his head, they scalped this brother, man. They scalped his head off, man. With the hair, they asked him, will thou eat before thou be punished throughout every member of thy body? You know what I'm saying? So he like, nah, man. They asked him again to make sure y'all done scalped the man's head off. We got blood running all down his face. He's still being strong. Nah, I ain't eating that. Nah, I ain't eating that. I ain't following your oppression. But he answered in his own language. He answered in his own language and said, "La'a." That was the language he spoke. He spoke Hebrew. He said, "La'a, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that." He spoke it in his own language. We had our own language back then. You know what I'm saying? He said, "La'a." Wherefore, he also received the next torment in order as the former did. So this guy doing the same thing to all these brothers. He just keep going, and you got the other brother sitting there watching it and the mother. You know what I'm saying? Watching. He just tormenting them just because they don't want to eat a pork chop, man. Just they don't want to eat a pork chop or some ham or whatever you done cooked over there. We don't want it. You know what I'm saying? In verse 9 it says, and when he was at the last gas, he said, "Thou like a fury." He's like a fury. You like he's like, man, you like a damn violent, crazy person. Violent, crazy Edomite, man. Violent, angry, rage. You know what I'm saying? Out of this present life, but the king of the world shall rise up, who had died for the laws unto everlasting life. So I go to the next verse. All right. It's verse 10. After him, there was a third, made a mocking stock, trying to mock him again. And when he was required, he put out his tongue. He like, hey, let's get it on now. Let's get it on. He said, I'll put the tongue. You ain't got to tell me to put my tongue out. I'm put my tongue out. Here, do your thing. A strong brother right there, man. And that right soon, holding forth his hands manfully. He like, hey man, I already know what you're gonna do. I ain't worried about it. Go do what you gotta do. I follow the laws of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? He done seen what happened to his other brothers. He like, hey, showtime. It's time to get it on. Verse 11. And courageous and said courageously, these I had from heaven. I got these hands from heaven. These hands came from heaven. And for his laws, I will despise them. He like, for his laws, you take these hands. These came from heaven. You can have them before I break these laws. Chop them off. Do what you got to do. He despised them. And from him, I hope to receive them again. Like, I hope the Lord give them to me again. So go and do what you want to do. I'm not eating that swine. I'm not eating that swine at all, man. You're going to have to do what you got to do here. I'll put them up for you because I already know the God that I follow. Verse 12. And such that the king and they were with him marveled at the young man's courage. They like, whoa, this little dude right here, he ain't fearing a thing. He's not fearing anything. So they look like he got courage. Okay. For that, he nothing regarded the pain. So he said, man, he was like, man, it's all good. Don't do your thing. Do what you got to do. Because y'all some evil bastards, man. Y'all some evil bastards, man. But this family stood together and remembered those days of old. You know, they stood together and remembered those days of old. The mama didn't start whining and crying and no, don't do that to my baby. Okay, I'll eat it. So brother, like, man, all right, man, don't kill no more, my brothers. I'll go ahead and eat it. It wasn't like that. I was like, I follow the laws of God. And that's what we need to do. Verse 13. Now when the man was dead, also they tormented and mangled the fourth in the like manner. So they just they're lining them up, doing the same thing to each one. They sitting there looking at it. They sitting there looking at it like, at this point, they wasn't scared in the first place. They wasn't scared in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Verse 14. So when he was ready to die, he said thus, it is good being put to death by men, by you chumps. Do what y'all got to do, man. It's good being put to death by you. To look for hope from God, to be raised up again by him. So he already know, hey, this is a favor in God's eyes, man. To look for hope from God, to be raised up again. Sound like reincarnation to me. A Christian better find out these scriptures. That's reincarnation, right? By him, as for thee, thou shalt have no resurrection to life. You got anything you want to say, Cap? All right, keep rolling. Mm-hmm. All right, verse 7. I'm at 2 Maccabees 7 and 15. Afterward, they brought the fifth also and mangled him. They just knocking these brothers down. These brothers they're not complaining. They're not complaining at all. You know, they know what's gonna happen. They believe in the Most High, man, just like we need to. 2 Maccabees 7 and 16.
Hey, Salaki, boy.
Oh, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I was trying to come off mute. My phone was jammed up.
Oh,
Yeah, hopefully, our people that's listening, man, take this story of great courage that these brothers and this sister displayed. You know what I'm saying? And rethink those Christian values of theirs. You understand? Those Christian values of yours have absolutely nothing on those of us that are in the truth. Like you said, you already know how the woman is about her kids.
Right.
She willing to do everything and give up her life even. You know what I mean? To save her children. But not this mother. And then they stood there and watched this out. Think about how horrible this has to be. You understand? And this is the stuff that our oppressors put us through. You understand? They've been doing this. And I can't wait till you get to the scripture where it talks about it too. You understand? And right here, like I said, this right here, this is true black history. You understand? So not where we, we shall overcome. We shall overcome. Even when they sing that song, they sound like they crying. You understand? Right. They don't sound like they singing something like where they're just victorious about it. You understand?
Right.
Not at all. It sounds sad. You know?
Yeah.
And it's time out for that nonsense. You know what I mean?
In the water.
Yeah, it's time out for all that. Yeah. You know, like I said, we actually got something that we can look back on to reflect and say, now this right here, this is true black history.
Right.
Because think of how many of your brothers and sisters today would take that piece of bacon, boy, and tear it up.
Yep.
Would ask for some bread if they got some bread for that pork chop and some hot sauce. You understand? Ask for, can you scramble me a couple of eggs with this bacon here first, and make me one of those big ass biscuits. You know what I'm saying? You know the big, not a regular biscuit. Don't make me no small one. Give me a big ass, one of them big ass biscuits. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them big ones.
Big buttery biscuit. You know they love big buttery.
Think of how many brothers and sisters would want that ham sandwich. And say, you got a little mustard? You got any mustard?
Yeah.
And some
ketchup? You got a little grape poupon?
Man, come on. Hey, but not them. You understand? Not this family right here. So this is true black history, man. This is something for us to talk about. All that stuff with the great inventions and stuff like that we made. George Washington Carver, over 300 inventions. That's great. You understand? Don't want to take away from that, brother. But we need to be focusing on true black history. If we're gonna focus on if we're gonna focus on some black history.
Damn right. Yeah.
True black history is this. Go ahead, I'll keep dropping.
Colin Khan, sir. Book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 7 and verse 16. It says, Then looked he unto the king and said, Thou hast power over men, thou art corruptible, thou dost what thou wilt. Ye think not that our nation is forsaken of God. Verse 17. But abide a while, and behold, his great power, how will he torment thee and thy seed? So he's telling him, you got power over men right now. You can do what you want right now. But when that power of the Most High come back, he gonna torment you and your seed, man. And I can't wait on that day right there. I can't wait on that day. I'm glad my brothers in this book knew that was coming. He let them know. Behold his great power, because you don't understand it. He will torment you, thee and thy seed. So kids gonna get tormented too. Gonna get tormented just like you. We're gonna be scalping your head, cutting off your limbs. We ain't gonna fry you though. We just gonna, I don't know. We're gonna feed you to the pigs. You like to eat the pigs, we just feed you. I don't know. But if I get the order to fry you, I'm fry you up. Second Maccabees in verse 18. After him also thou bought the six. You know what I'm saying? Who being ready to die. They ready to die. Over this pork. They like, man, kill me. Kill me. He ready to die. Not deceived without cause. You know what I'm saying? So for we suffer these things for ourselves, man. We have for ourselves having sinned against God. You know what I'm saying? This is what's going on, man. When our people sin against God, man, things like this can happen. Things like this can happen. You wonder why things go on in the world and you're sinning against God. Anything can happen. God can punish you however he wants to. And you won't understand it. You won't understand it at all. But these brothers right here, they understood what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, marvelous things are done unto us. Look at y'all cutting us up, scalping our heads, cutting out our tongues. You know what I'm saying? Why you? I mean, we know why you're doing this. You doing these things. You're doing these evil things to us. We know why. We sin against our God. Second Maccabees, verse 2, 7, and 9. But think not thou that takest in hand to strive against God, thou shalt escape unpunished. So think not you're gonna get away. You think everything good right now. You think everything good right now. You're not gonna escape. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be unpunished. You're gonna get punished. You know what I'm saying? So it's getting to the crazy part, you know. But this is like Cap say, this is the Black history, man. This is true Black history that you should be reading this story to your kids. You know what I'm saying? You should be reading this story to the kids, the little ones, all of them. You should be reading it your damn self too. You can have some courage like these brothers and this sister in here, man. The book of Second Maccabees, chapter 7 and verse 20. But the mother was marvelous, but the mother was marvelous above all. You know what I'm saying? And worthy of honorable memory. For when she saw her 7 sons slain within in the space of one day, she bare it with good courage, man. She like, hey, y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do, man. Y'all gotta go do what you gotta do. She like, we ain't eating no pork, man. Y'all, hey, go handle y'all business. She's sitting there watching everything. Y'all handle y'all business. She wasn't like Cap said, a woman be like, oh no, okay, no, stop. Nah, that's not what was said. She like, y'all come on now. She encouraging. Worthy of honorable memory. You know what I'm saying? That's an honorable thing to do. That's an honorable thing to do. You know what I'm saying? She didn't turn around and break down and, oh my God, my kids, I don't know if I'm ever see them again. You know what I'm saying? And Second Maccabees 7 and 21. Yeah, she exhorted. So she advised. She was advising them, every one of them in her own language. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't eat no pork. We ain't doing that. Don't do that. Salakia, we not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Filled with courage, spirit. You know what I'm saying? So courageous spirit, Salakia. She's filled with courageous spirit, man. And stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach. You know, she said unto them. So she cheering them on. You know. She said, man, I love y'all. I love y'all to death. That was a womanish thoughts. I love y'all. Look, we got to do this. We not backing down from this. We already lost half of the brothers, more than half. She had a manly stomach. She said unto them, it was like a woman. You know, when you see them kids at the football game, go, baby, go. Get the football, get it up, run. Oh, yeah. She like that. She like, yeah, come on, let's do it. And her sons were just brave as can be, man. Some hardcore brothers, man. This a bad story, right? You know what I'm saying? Um, Second Maccabees 7:22. I can't tell how ye came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life. You know what I'm saying? So she like, I don't know how you got in my womb, man. Y'all some courageous son. Neither was it that I formed them, that I formed the members of every one of you. You know what I'm saying? She was just an incubator. She didn't form them. She was just hold. She was just she didn't. She was holding these strong brothers in there. She didn't make them because she know the Lord. She know what the Lord did for her. But doubtless the creator of the world, the creator of the world, that's the Most High, man. That's the Most High. She knew the creator of the world put that up, put them courageous warriors in her stomach, and she like, we gonna keep rolling with it. You know what I'm saying? Who formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things. Will also his own mercy gave you breath of life again. You know what I'm saying? Read that again. You know what I'm saying? But doubtless the creator of the world who formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things will also of his own mercy give you breath of life again. Breath of life again. That's reincarnation, man. Y'all people listen up. Can't say reincarnation ain't in the Bible. I done brought it up twice. Man. Reincarnation is in the Bible. You Christians don't understand that though. You think you got one life to live. You think I'm gonna die, go to heaven, and walking on the pearly gates, and I'm holding hand with Jesus, walking down the pearly gates, singing and dancing and whatever. Y'all gonna all be in a circle. He gonna be reading the Bible to you. What y'all think? Because we don't remember the days of old, man. That's why you live your life. I'm gonna just live my life. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I only got one life to live. No, you don't. Not according to the Bible, you don't. We don't know what part you read, but we know what we read. You know what I'm saying? So if it's fit, the Lord is going to bring you back. You know what I'm saying? As ye regard not your own selves, man, for the sake of his laws. So them brothers right there, hardcore, man. All right. Book of Second Maccabees, chapter 7 and verse 24. Now Antiochus thinking himself despised. You know, he like, damn, they despise me. And suspecting to be a reproachful speech. And expecting it to be a reproachful speech. Willis, the youngest, was yet alive. So the young brother was still alive. He was still alive, man. He was still alive. Did not only exhort him by words. So she advised him, like, hey, did not exhort him by words, but also assured him with oath that he would make him both a rich and happy man if he would turn from the laws of his fathers, and that also he would take him from his friend and trust with affairs. Let me read that again. All right. Book of Second Maccabees 7 verse 24. Now Antiochus.
One second word before you read that.
Okay.
For you continue on. That right there is heavy because look at now. You already know how sisters are about they babies, but this the baby.
Right.
You understand? This is the youngest son of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this is what the devil did. He thought to himself, and he was correct, that was a reproachful speech. You understand that speech that she gave was against him. You
Mm-hmm.
know, not one of those crying and begging and please, son, please eat it. Oh, you my last baby. You my last baby. I don't want to see you go. Nah, she ain't do that.
Right.
You understand at all? That sister turned around and went in on that oppressor. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and so now he say, I gotta what do we call it? Think fast. I gotta think fast. You
Mm-hmm. Right.
understand? The devil thinks fast, and
Mm-hmm.
he say, okay, uh, let me, you know what? I'm gonna spare your life, and I'll make you rich if
Right.
you follow me.
Right.
You understand? Now
Mm-hmm.
Satan told that same thing to Yahushua. He told that same thing to Christ.
Yep.
You follow me, man. I'll make you rule over all these kingdoms.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And he did not do it. It's not even worth it.
Hmm. He said, turn
He
from the
told
laws of
us,
your fathers. Turn from the laws of your
yeah,
fathers. Ooh.
yeah. He told Satan, for what is a man that gained the whole world but lose his own soul? And I'm paraphrasing.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes so much sense.
Right.
Like you were saying, our people out here living talking about something you only live once. What's that, YOLO? I
Yeah,
remember
YOLO.
when, yeah, I remember when that thing hit big here in St. Louis. Oh my God, everybody was good. I mean, it was like a literal, like a club. You know, they had like biker gangs and motorcycle clubs and all that. This was
Right.
literally a club here in St. Louis, Club YOLO, to where
Dang.
everybody that thought that you only live once, they gather together and they do all kinds of sick things to each other and with each other because you only live once. You only got one life to live, so live life to the fullest. What's
Mm-hmm.
that song now? I'm just living life and all that. Man,
Right.
stop it. You better live reality. You understand?
Right.
You better live
Yeah.
reality, man. We ain't kicking it here. We ain't just doing so great here. You know.
Right.
So, like I said, hey, that right there. When I first heard that, I knew. I was like, oh man, what in the world is our people into now? And
Mm-hmm.
you only live once, YOLO.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't forget it. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, they was man, they had posts and they was everywhere, smoking everything, freaking everything. They was doing everything. They
Yeah.
was doing everything. Why? Because we don't have no hope here. You know, we don't have any hope here.
Mm-hmm.
Hope in what? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We
Right.
oppressed all day, every day. So we have no hope. And
Right.
so we resort to stuff like that. But now, Commander Johanna give you that hope back.
Damn
You
right.
understand? He gave it to me and the brothers and sisters that's rocking with him by
Damn right.
simply teaching us the truth. Something that your preacher and your bishop and your deacon and your reverend does not have the kahunas to do is to teach you the truth, teach you to keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments, and tell you to never turn from those laws. Never. And guess what? I'm rolling with him.
Me too, Cap.
I'm rolling with him. He helped change my life, brother.
Mm-hmm.
This truth saved my life. I owe the Most High. I owe Christ. I owe Commander Jimmy Hanna and the other generals and captains over me, and I'm staying right here with them.
Yeah. It was crazy. I heard some crazy stuff on on Clubhouse last night. You know, they was talking to Shapat, and Shapat told him it was a heavy thing. Shapat said, if I'm in a car with Cap and that motherfucker about to crash and burn, well, we just about to crash and burn. That's it. I don't know what to tell you. He said, I'm riding till the wheels fall off. You know what I'm saying? They went crazy. Oh, not crazy. They don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? They don't remember the days of old. You know, they think you gotta the only thing, and you tell me this all the time, you think you gotta find some happiness. You gotta die and go to heaven. That's the only way you're gonna find happiness. You gotta die. It's wild, Cap. It's wild. I'm gonna keep going. I ain't got a whole lot to go. I'm gonna try to let me see.
Look, go ahead, brother. We right at 6, so go
Okay,
ahead and
come on,
drop
come
it.
on. All right, come on, come on. The book of Maccabees, chapter 7 and verse 25. It says, but when the young man would in no case hearken, he would not listen to this. He would not listen to this king. He like, nah, I ain't listening to you. Unto him, the king called his mother and exhorted her that she would counsel the young man to save his life. She like, look, you better tell him. He better switch it up. He better please let him know, because I'm gonna have to do what I did to the rest of his brother. So she like, okay. Let me go talk to him. She went over there to talk to him. And when he had exhorted her, Salakia, Book of Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 26. And when he had exhorted her with many words, she promised him that she would counsel her son. I'm going to go talk to him. I'm telling you. I promise you, I'm going to go talk to him. Talk to him, let him know what's going on, and then let's see what happens. Book of Second Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 27.
Now, remember, this was a good deal on the table, and he tried to talk to somebody. Hey, go ahead, talk to him. Talk to him, please. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's
he cut out Cap. Yeah, like Cap was saying, he was trying to lay it down on the table, like, "Hey man, this is a once in a lifetime thing. Come on now, let's go and get this deal done so we can keep it moving." The mother like, "All right, I go talk to my son. I go talk to my last son." In the book of Maccabees, chapter 7, and verse 27, it says, "But she bowing down herself toward him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn, spake in her country language on this manner: O my son, have pity upon me, that bare thee 9 months in my womb, and gave thee such 3 years." 3 years, man. This little hardcore brother, 3 years, like, nah, okay, get it on. Whatever. 3 years, and brought thee up unto his age, and endured the troubles of education. Like Book of Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 28. "I beseech thee, my son, look upon the heaven and the earth, and all that therein." So she like, look up, look around, look what you got. "And consider that God made them of things that were not. And so was mankind made likewise." So she giving us some game. She's like, look, check this out. Look around. The Lord made all this. The Lord made all this. Not them. The Lord made all this. So verse 29, it says, "Fear not this tormentor." She like, don't fear this tormentor. Don't be scared of this chump. She talking to the littlest one. The mama hardcore on here, man. She like, man, don't listen to that chump. Who cares what he offer us? We're not breaking the laws of God. We're not breaking the laws of God, man. Be like your brothers. Be like your brothers, man. Don't have that courage. Have that courage like your brothers. It says, "But being worthy of thy brethren, take thy death, that I may receive thee again in mercy with thy brethren." So she telling this little boy, take the death. Take the death. It's going to be worth it. I promise you. It's going to be worth it. Take the death, man. Little young boy. He like, look at your brothers. See what happened to them? Be men like them. Do not fear this tormentor. That's all he's doing. He's a chump, man. He's a chump. But most of them are. So that ain't nothing new. All right. Cap, did you want to finish off what you were saying?
Yeah, I think I got most of it out. But yeah, I was just saying that what she was saying was what he wanted her to do at that moment was take the deal. You know what I'm saying? He wanted him to do the P Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And as you see, he wasn't going for her.
Nah, he wasn't going
for that. Yeah, he wasn't going for that.
Yeah, that's inspiration right there. She bowed down to him like, look, let me tell you something. You know, hey, we ain't doing that.
Nope. Yeah, all right, go keep rocking up.
Ain't no way. All right, I'm gonna get ready to. I'm gonna try to wrap it up here in a minute, sir. Book of Second Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 30. While she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, "Whom wait for ye? I will not obey the king's commandment." He said, "I ain't doing that. I don't care what he's talking about, but I will obey the commandment of the law that was given unto our fathers by Moses." Man, woo! most people in the Christian church ain't got that type of courage, man. He said, I'll never follow the king's law. I'm following the Lord's law that he gave to Moses. That's what I'm following. Now, that's a heavy thing right there. That's heavy. All right, we got 31. So this young brother, he like, man, well, I ain't going out like that. So I'm going out like my brother. 31. It says, and thou that has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of God. See, he dropping straight game. You know what I'm saying? He dropping straight game.
And Salaki,
go ahead, sir.
That's the part that I was waiting on right there. You understand? To where if our people took the time to come and learn the truth up under command of General YAHANNA, they would know who to love and who not to love. The oppressor, the devil, not nobody to live up under the ground. You understand? It didn't say Satan. He was talking to King Antiochus. Okay, this man was an Edomite. You understand?
Right.
He was a so-called white man, and he told him that he was the author of mischief. You understand? The author of all mischief against the Hebrew.
Right.
Meaning that this has been our problem since day one. And when you literally go back to day one, when Jacob and Esau was in the womb, they was banging in the womb.
Right.
Jacob was putting hands on the top of Esau's head in the womb.
Right.
You understand? Little Jacob was a head buster in the womb.
They had
since
foot
day
coming
one.
out of
Yeah.
Since
day one.
He wasn't trying to stop.
Right. Since day one, this dude has been the author of all mischief. And till this day, he still is. He still is. But that's all right. But the brother, he got the solution. Commander Johanna got it now. And we're going to turn around and rock this thing all the way out until our king returns.
Damn right, Cup. Damn right.
We're going to ride this thing all the way out. We're going to keep the laws of God. We're not going to break them. We're not going to break them for nothing. There's like literally, there's like no reason for you to break any of God's laws right now today. There's no law that's stopping you. There's nothing nowhere in this earth, the government, the nothing. There's no law forcing you to do anything that will go against God's law. So guess what? We in the clear.
That's right.
We in the clear. Don't nobody make me pick up pork or turkey in the grocery store. They don't tell me what to buy when I go in there. Right. And I'll be damned if they would.
I don't give a damn how high it is.
They don't never tell me what to purchase. You understand? If you try, I'll just go to another store. Simple as that. Simple as that. So, like I said, there's nobody forcing you to go to church. Nobody says you have to go to church. Nobody's telling you that you must celebrate your children's birthday. Bad parent if you don't. What? You don't Christmas, you don't have a tree in your house? You don't have gifts under the tree? Halloween? It's just kids. It's just children playing in costumes and asking for candy. You don't have to do any of that. And if you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians knew any better, you wouldn't celebrate any of it. You wouldn't break any of God's laws. You would stand strong, just like these. What they like to say, 10 toes down and all of that. These brothers and the mama was 10 toes down with the Most High.
God, what they say now? Stand on business.
Stand on business. Come on, stand on business. Stand on business. These brothers stood on business until it cost them their very doggone life. They stood on business. That's hey, I gotta post that out. I'm gonna post these scriptures. You understand? And them brothers stood on business. This is how you stand on business.
Damn right,
like
Cap.
this right here with this story that you bringing out.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? That's a good one. Go ahead, keep dropping.
The water, sir. The water, sir. I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up here in a minute. I kind of just stumbled up at the end. And thou, book of Second Maccabees, chapter 7, verse 31. And thou that has been the altar of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of the Most High. You not getting away, man. This young brother, he knew that you gonna get got. Don't worry about it. You do what you do to me now, but you gonna get got. Verse 32. For we suffer because of our sins. And 33, I go ahead and get ready to end it here. And though the living Lord be angry, the Lord be angry with us right now, with us a little while, for our chastening, our correction, shall yet he be at once again with his servants, man. We the Lord's servants, man. He mad at us right now, man. Y'all ain't trying to follow no laws. Y'all ain't trying to do nothing. You're trying to YOLO, live your own life. You're gay everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You're doing all kind of nastiness. You think it's best to find your oppressor man and he gonna make you happy. You know what I'm saying? No, you got to get in here and
Yeah,
follow these
you
laws.
can't say gay. You gotta say
Oh, damn,
LGBT.
lucky. Alternative
Elsewhere.
lifestyle. Lucky. My
Yeah,
bad.
there you go.
Alternative lifestyle. Y'all want to do all that, eat all these unlawful foods. Hey, y'all got to come back. Y'all got to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. The only way you can do it is coming to the ISUPK under Commander Jenny Hahn. He started this thing, and we're gonna roll with him till he end this thing. You know what I'm saying? Or when Christ come back, you know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna do. All right, Cap. I'm gonna go ahead and close out, then you can have it. Then we get on up out of here.
Yeah, I'm right. I'm right. Real quick before we roll, everybody tune and keep tuning in, keep subscribing, keep liking and sharing. You understand? Every podcast from STATL Connect. You understand? Uh, keep dropping it. You understand? Keep rocking with us. You know, you did. That was an excellent scripture story. I love that
The water,
story.
the
You
water,
know,
sir.
I love that story. Like I said, we got to get to some true Black history and all the scriptures that you brought out as well, to where we are supposed to be teaching our children this. Enough of that stuff that George Washington and how great of a president he was, Abraham Lincoln and how he freed slaves and slaves still ain't free. All of that nonsense that we learned in the schools, man. You know, I teach my kids. Go get do whatever you got to write to get good grades. You know, get your grades.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you get A's. But know the truth. I let them know. We sit down. I go over their assignments. I remember real quick. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna let you close out. My my oldest son, one of his assignments was world religion, and I turned around and looked at that board that he had and all of the religions that's in the world, and I said, "No, where are we at on this board, son? We ain't even on it. We ain't it ain't a picture of us
Damn.
on here. We ain't even on her. We ain't even got no faith. You know what I'm saying? We not even included in this.
Damn.
You know." And so I said, "Son, you know, if I was you, I said I'll put the truth in there. I'll put it in there. You know." And I told him,
That's
I
all
said,
right.
you figure it out however you want to do it, because like I said, because he don't have to. You
Right,
understand? He
right.
don't have to put that in there. But I was saying, me, because that pissed me off. You
I
understand?
already
They
know,
better be
Cap.
glad. I should have wrote one and had him submit mine and turn it in. This is student captain the Goggle Bar. This is his
Yeah.
paper. Is he here? Yes. No, read it in class.
Yeah, read.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Read it. You know what I'm saying? And I would have told you. But just saying, that's how dirty they do us. You understand? Well, we're not even thought of in their books, but we are in our book, which is the Bible. You understand? We're thought of in our book. So, you know, like I said, everybody, listen, start getting in the classes. Every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, it is time for us to come together like the Lord said. It's in the Bible. You understand? That's what our King Christ came to do, was to bring us together, not everybody. Not
Right.
everybody on the planet. You know what I'm saying? And don't miss our other shows going down this Friday to the hallway. You understand? Reporting live from St. Lucifer in Hell, Zuri. You
Hmm.
understand? That's a bar's
Hmm.
phrase. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's hard right there.
He look,
That's
he
hard right
finna
there.
coin that one. You
Yeah,
understand? He
that's
got the
hard.
coin that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, that's
And
hard
then
right there.
don't forget Sharpen the Sword Radio going down. Listen, replace your church service with the truth every
All right.
Sunday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And with that, shalom, everybody. Go ahead, Warrior. Go and close out.
All right. Come on, start the water. Hey, like we're bringing out, man, this Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, all these people that make an invention that's not bringing us together. The only thing that's going to bring us together is pulling out these scriptures, you know what I'm saying, the ISUPK and the Command and Jenny YAHANNA. So y'all got to stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? Get your likes up, get your subscribes up, man, so we can keep rolling. We got heavy shows out there. I always got to mention Captain King K. Gabar, the Gal Gabar, you know, Sharpness for Radio, man. Y'all, you ain't doing that on Sunday anyway. You might as well tune in. You know what I'm saying? It's a heavy radio show. You know, then we got To the Hard Way. We got To the Hard Way, which is heavy too. You're just getting off work on Friday. You know, you can check us out and see what kind of content we putting out there, man. Got my show, me and Cap doing STATL Connect. You know what I'm saying? We pulling out them heavy scriptures, heavy articles, and all that. And also to Zion and Kamat down in Iowa. They got heavy content. Them brothers bring out heavy content on Tuesday. So we gonna be rolling. We're gonna have 5 shows, 7 shows a week in a minute. Y'all just
That's
tune in, man.
Kakam.
Kakam, yeah, Salaki, Kakam,
Yeah,
officers Kakam.
Kakam. There
Kakam.
you go.
Yeah. So y'all tune in. And with that, I'll say shalom. Let me go there.